again, everybody, and welcome to the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out-pizzas the Hut like Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. It is Galion Tigers night. Here on the Coach's Corner, we have both basketball squads, and as always, ladies first, so we start off with the girls' basketball team. Head coach Jim Hart. Coach, how are you? Did you guys get to practice today, and how was it?
I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, we got to practice today. We moved it up, practice from 11 to 1, so we got to practice in today and yesterday. And things went well.
And you have with you today your seniors. First off, Audrey Glue. Audrey, how are you? What is your favorite subject in school?
I'm doing good, and my favorite subject is English.
English? Why is it English?
I don't know, it's just been easy for me.
Yeah, you speak it well. And also, we have Cameron Eckert with us as well. Cameron, if you weren't playing basketball, what sport would you want to play?
I'd probably try tennis.
Yeah?
I used to do it when I was little.
Okay.
And I thought it was fun when I was younger.
You got a good overhand serve?
Do not remember. Probably not.
That's why you want to try and bring it back. All right. Coach, let's just first, for the folks that are watching that don't know who you are, just introduce yourself. Did you play basketball in high school, college, and when did you get into coaching, and how did you get to Galion?
I did play high school basketball. My name is Coach Jim Hart. I'm from Galion, Ohio. I graduated class of 97. I first got into coaching back in 2004. Tim Laird, who used to be the AD at Northmore,
Yeah.
he hired me to, to coach their middle school squad, and I spent several years coaching middle school. Then the last 3 or 4 years, I moved up to varsity boys basketball, where I coached with Ryan Stover, who's now at Highland, and then Ty Sanders, and then took over the girls program. So here I am.
And here you are. We'll start off with some questions for the girls first. Audrey, coming into this season, you guys, you're averaging about 3 points per game, about 3 rebounds per game. But you guys, everybody gets playing time, is averaging some points. Just what does that say about your team being, I guess, such a balanced squad that you can give it to anybody and they score?
I think that's a good thing, that we can count on anybody on the team to score and get rebounds. And I think with everyone working together, we'll begin to get better outcomes.
Cameron Eckert, you are the leading scorer on the squad right now as a senior. You're shooting 30% from 3 as well. Everybody else, in the low 20s. But just, how important is it to be able to hit that 3 just to open up some inside game for you guys?
It's definitely important because a lot of the time it gets us on those runs and gets people excited, and just moving the ball and finding those open shots is what's really helped us.
And Coach, like I just said, that everybody that's getting main playing time on the squad is averaging points. Most of them in the 2s and 3s, but what's it going to take? What do they just need to adjust a little bit just to get them a little bit higher and get you guys more competitive in basketball games?
I think everybody's scoring is going to improve a little bit. If we get the ball moved around a little bit quicker and create those open opportunities and get a little extra ball movement and push the pace up and down the floor and get those easy looks. We can do that, and I think we have very capable scorers. Everybody on our team can score and shoot the basketball. We just got to move the ball a little bit better and hopefully have some better results.
Cameron, what do you think is some things that you guys are doing well, but you might be able to build on and do a little bit better as this season goes on?
Definitely how we react in certain situations. We tend to think too much, and then it just turns into many different things that happen in that situation, and just we tend to think, and it takes too long for us to think, and the defense has adapted to what we're doing.
Audrey, any players that have surprised you so far this year on your team, other than you two? I guess somebody else on the squad, maybe an underclassman or somebody that you're like, she gets a little bit more work in, she could be the next leader at Galion High School.
I definitely think Izzy has really stepped up as a freshman and has been playing really well at the varsity level and JV too.
And Coach, for you, just some of these younger players, I know getting that quality playing time this year. I mean, I know the record's not that good, but you can still use this to get a lot of players in as you've done so far this year. But just how important is that to get things going just as a program overall for Galion, and build your guys back into being a competitive team in the MOAC?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important. Like you stated, we're playing a lot of girls. A lot of them are sophomores. We've had a couple freshmen step up and play some varsity basketball along with some JVs, and they're getting their 6 quarters a night. And I think it's important that those young girls start to get some of this experience, so we can, look for better things in the future. We have a bright future, I think, with all these young girls playing and getting this experience and this quality of playing time. And I think it's going to benefit us in the next couple years.
All right, well, let's get to our first game of the day. It's called 10 Spin. Girls, I think you guys said before the show that you guys have played this before. Coach, I don't know if you have, but
I have not.
What I have, so with me on my screen right now and everybody else's screen at home, I have the first picture of you, and then a random number generator from 1 to 10. When you say stop, Adam will stop the generator. It will stop on a number, and whatever question is with that number, I will ask you. They're good questions as well. But, Coach, whenever you are ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 1. Coach, what's your favorite TV program?
Favorite TV program? Lately, it's been The Big Bang Theory. I've been watching all the reruns of it.
Very good show.
Yes.
Why is it your favorite TV program?
I don't know. I don't know if I can really relate to that show at all, but I just really enjoy watching it. It's great comedy, and
it is funny.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. Your first time around, Audrey. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
On number 4, if you could be one actor or actress, who would it be, and why?
I got this one last year, and I said Zendaya, and I'm gonna say Zendaya again because.
How about that? I didn't even remember that we used this question last year, and she did. But Zendaya, Tom Holland's fiance.
Yep.
What do you think of that? Would you like to be married to Tom Holland?
Sure.
All right, good enough. Cameron Eckert, your first time. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 8. What is your favorite song?
The one that I go to a lot when we played in the locker room is Hot Wings from Rio. That's the one that I like to play in the locker room.
This is a 2-part question.
Oh boy.
Will you sing one verse from the song?
No.
Sing one verse from the song.
Probably not without the music.
Okay.
I'm just glad I didn't get that question.
Audrey, do you know the words to the song? Coach?
I do not know that song at all.
Okay. All right. I guess I won't hold that against you then if you need the music. We don't have the music. We want to get copyright for it. So you get away with it this time. Coach, your second time around, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 9. They have their pregame playlist, but if you had a pregame playlist, I know coaches do. Coaches put the headphones on sometimes to get pumped up. What is on it? Especially on bus rides and stuff, if you listen to music. What is on your pregame playlist?
I would say a lot of 90s rap, a lot of Eminem.
Nice.
Snoop Dogg.
Uh-huh.
Do like some, and some country. It's a wide range of playlists. They've got to hear it a few times at practice. They know.
So my question, do you know the words to Lose Yourself?
Oh, I do, but I am not singing them.
something, mom, spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Right.
All right. Second time around, Audrey, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 5. What is your favorite movie?
I don't know.
I'm just going to do this because nobody ever uses it. But I'm going to throw the flag. That is not an answer, and you have to something. At least a movie you've seen before, and you're like, oh, this is cool. What's the last movie you've seen? Yeah.
I watched The Forge on Netflix.
What did you think of it? We'll just do this, like a Siskel and Ebert. What is your thoughts on the last movie you saw?
I really liked it.
Yeah. What was it about?
Finding your...
For anybody that wants to watch a movie, was it on Netflix, you said?
Yes.
Forged. Perfect. Cameron, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop. We'll go to number 10. Build me your favorite Pizza Hut pizza. What toppings you like? Is it stuffed crust or not? Things like that. What do you like?
Pretty much just pepperoni, cheese, and sometimes sausage and bacon. Depends on the day, but
Okay.
I'm pretty plain with my pizza.
Do you like stuffed crust or not?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It depends on the place.
Gotcha.
But Pizza Hut, yes.
Pizza Hut. Number 3. Coach, you are participating in an eating contest. What food could you eat in bulk to be victorious in said eating contest?
Ice cream for sure.
Ice cream, really? Ice cream cone. So we'll say it, which flavor ice cream cone. You have to eat the cone as well for it to count. Kind of like having the hot dog bun with a hot dog.
Yeah.
But
Depends on my mood, but I'm gonna go with the mint chocolate chip.
Oh, really?
Yeah. mint
You'd have good
chocolate
breath
chip.
after it.
Yes,
at least.
I would. Yes.
Interesting.
Really
That's a new one. I like that.
That's my favorite.
I guess you go by the amount of ice cream eaten as well, like the weight or something, or cones. I don't know, but that's a good one, especially in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Audrey, your final time around. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 8. We'll go to number 7. Give me your best impression of Coach when he's fired up.
That's dangerous.
Pete, remember this is a family show,
It's a
though.
dangerous
Just you say bleep instead of
I don't know.
What does he say a lot in the huddle?
I don't know.
Probably something about stupid mistakes. But my guess.
I don't know.
Cameron, you can help her out.
He's usually yelling something about dumb mistakes in a very loud tone.
Too many turnovers.
Yeah, too many turnovers usually is go-to, but probably that.
Gotcha. Okay, is that accurate, Coach?
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
And it seems like you say it in a subtle and a
I
monotone
say
voice
it-
too. You know,
Yeah, it's
You-
way nicer than the way they're making it sound.
No,
that's
you-
for sure.
like people across the way can't hear you too. It's great.
Yes.
All right, Cameron. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 2. Sing me the school alma mater. Do you know the school alma mater?
I do.
Well, you said that. You have to sing
You'll
it with
sing
her
it with
now.
me.
You got to sing it with her now.
Ready? Hail to the orange, hail to the blue, hail alma mater, ever so true. We love no other, so let our motto be victory, victory, varsity.
Hey, a lot better. Last week,
Good job, ladies.
Colonel Crawford didn't even know if they had an alma mater. So you guys, the way, hey,
Choir got us pretty good. We had
Choir?
to learn it.
okay. And our final question, because we have 10 and there's 3 of you, I'll ask this to all 3 of you. Today wasn't, Adam, number 6. But today, not quite a snow day, but a cold day, but still I call it a snow day. Give me your best snow day memory you've ever had. From when you were a kid, when you had a snow day. I'm going to ask you first, Coach. You remember your best snow day memory?
I'd have to say back when I was a kid and just spending that day going sledding with my brother, a bunch of friends, getting together, building snow forts, and that was a long time ago, back in the late
Like
80s.
10 years ago, right?
Yeah, right. But I would probably say that. I grew up in a really good neighborhood and had a bunch of kids. We'd get together and do all that snow fort, snowball fights, sledding type stuff.
Audrey?
Probably when I was little, my dad and my brothers, we built a snow igloo.
Oh, nice. How long did it stay up?
I don't know.
All right. Cameron?
Mine would probably be going sledding and then coming home and eating. I don't like hot chocolate, so I do milk and cookies would be my go-to.
Nice. See, well, I'll age you guys a little bit. Back in my day, we had to wake up still. We couldn't look at our cell phones to see if school was canceled or on a text message. We actually had to watch the news on the lower third and watch it slowly tick across and tick across until finally it popped up if we had a score or not. So, you probably could.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep, that the radio. We'd get
The
up and listen
radio.
to the radio.
Mhm.
Just wait for the school, go through the list.
See, yeah, yes, we love the radio, especially WBCO and WQEL. Anyway, but yeah, now you guys are lucky. You just look at your phone, you get a text message, and go right back to sleep. We actually had to wake up and kind of get dressed and stuff like that. So you have it easy, as you know. I age myself. Anyway, let's get back to some questions. Guys, the MOAC, especially on the girls' side, very tough, very competitive conference this year. I know the record's not the best, but you guys get to go up against some of the best, not only in the area, but in the state. How much do you, I guess, two-sided question. How much do you enjoy playing in the MOAC, and how much do you hate being in the MOAC? Just, it helps you guys get better, but also there's some tough losses that go with it for any team.
There are some tough losses that go with it, but one thing I've been telling the girls, and I've had some other coaches say some really nice things about our program and our girls, about how hard they play, and that's great compliment coming from some of the coaches. But yeah, I really enjoy playing in our conference. It's a juggernaut to go through. You have the likes of Shelby and Clover Fork and Pleasant, Highland. There's no easy night. But I really enjoy it. It kind of puts us on the map as far as where we need to be as a program and where we need to strive to try to get to. So it puts us where we what we're trying to achieve as a program.
What about for you, Audrey? What do you like about being in the MOAC, and I guess what don't you like about being in the MOAC?
I like it's good competition. Again, like Coach said, every night it's going to be a hard night and a good fight, but also it's a hard conference and losses suck. So,
Cameron?
I'd say the same. I mean, we always come into games and we're going to push ourselves, and these teams push us, and that's what's going to make us better in the long run and grow our program.
I mean, you're seniors. This is your final year, and I know you guys are going to try to play your hardest to get those extra games in tournament and everything like that. But I asked about some players that have impressed you, but who are some players that you guys have led, have mentored, that you think will be the ones that take over this team and help lead them into the future? I'll start with you, Cameron.
I definitely think Elliot Fryman. She's kind of come into a really big leader, not just this year, but over the years, and I think she will definitely step into a leadership role.
Audrey?
I think Marissa will be a very big asset next year. I think she's improving a lot this year. And I also think the twins, Kenzie and Kayla, will also be a really big asset next year.
And then, Coach, on the other side of things, what can you say about these two as leaders that could, like I said, help get these other players ready to, bring Galion into the future?
That could be a dangerous question as well. No, these two young ladies are fantastic. I've had the privilege of coaching Audrey's brothers last couple years. I've known Cam since she was little. She's the same age as my daughter, and it's just been a great honor to be their coach and be around them, watch them step up as leaders, and really lead this program into the future. And I tell them all the time, they're kind of the foundation of what we're starting to do, and our success in the future is going to be based off of what they've put into this program these last 3 or 4 years.
This is a question I've given to all basketball coaches so far this year. We're now at 7 divisions. I'm looking at your district right now. You only have 7 teams in it, so one team's getting a bye to a district semifinal. The other 3 are automatically in sectional championship games. Your thoughts on it being expanded to 7 divisions, and do you think it benefits you guys or doesn't?
I'm not really sure. I mean, this will be a new experience for all of us. I like the expansion. I think it's nice that we have more divisions. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see if it really benefits us or not. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping something that we can step in and have some quality basketball and play a couple good games in tournament and win a couple tournament games. That would be fantastic, and to see where it goes.
This does give you the opportunity that you get a good matchup in the first game. You get yourselves a chance at a sectional championship and play in a district tournament. Just what does that excite you, Audrey, knowing that you guys put one really good game together? You guys are playing in the Final Four in a district.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting, especially since we haven't been there in a long time. So, yeah, I'd say that's exciting.
Cameron, and you would face possibly a Clear Fork or, maybe somebody like Willard, things like that. But I guess going back to the MOAC question, what is it playing in the MOAC? How important is that to get you guys ready for a tournament game where you might face maybe a Crestview or an Edison for a chance to go to a district?
I think playing in the MOAC has definitely prepared us because those teams are so competitive and so athletic that the teams in our district it's definitely prepared us, and it can even kind of help us get ready for it, I guess. And I think that's what it's done all season, is just get ready for tournament time.
Okay. A couple more questions before we get to our final game. Well, first, Cameron, when did you get into basketball? What got you excited and got you into playing basketball? When did you do it, and how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since Little League basketball. I mean, I've done it all the way through elementary school. I just kind of tried it out one day, and it just stuck, and I've done it ever since. I've probably done it at least 12 years probably.
Wow.
So I've done it my whole life.
What about you, Audrey?
Same thing. Played YMCA basketball, and my older brother always had a basketball in his hand, so it just kind of came natural, I guess.
Okay, next we're going to talk about practice. I know, Alan Iverson doesn't like talking about practice, but we're going to talk about practice. What is your favorite drill to run in practice, Audrey?
I like our shooting drills. Larry Bird. I like our shooting drills.
What's the worst drill to do? Listen closely, Coach.
Yeah, either Rush or Indiana.
Do those involve running?
Yes.
Well, okay, that's what I figured. Cameron, your favorite?
My favorite would probably be when we do like any 3-on-2, 2-on-1 situational type of. Usually it's thrown in 3-man weave or something, but those are probably my favorite.
And least favorite?
Probably rush. It's very hard, and there's always a consequence if you don't get it. So probably my least favorite.
So, Coach, I'm going to guess that's your favorite drill, not
It's-
just because they hate it, but it also because usually the ones that they hate are the most beneficial.
Yes, I do like that drill a lot. It is fun to watch. They do a really good job at it. Don't let them fool you. They do well at it.
Okay, back when you played, what was your favorite drill and least favorite?
I'm a lot like Cam. I liked I like the 3-on-2, 2-on-1 stuff, and I also like show drill. My
Yep.
least favorite was probably some type of defensive slide drill that we were doing full court, or I don't know if you remember Steve Kent, but he was my high school coach, and we did a lot of defensive drills like that. So, got your legs in shape real quick.
Oh, you work those calves,
Yes.
didn't it?
Yep, the squads.
All right. Thank you for answering those questions. I told you it's not that hard. It wasn't anything tough. But we're going to play our final game with you folks. It's called On the Same Page. We've changed some things up from what you did last year. It's not just your opinion on something. I'm going to ask Coach a topic and 3 possible answers. He's going to pick one. If you match him, you get the answer right. The player with the most right get, well, nothing, but you get bragging rights to go back to practice and say, I know Coach better than her. So we're going to get off and rolling here. Our first question, Coach, your favorite store of these 3 to shop at? Walmart, Target, or Sam's Club? And when you guys are done writing, I'll let the girls turn over theirs first, and then I'll let Coach show his answer. Girls, turn your boards over. Target, Coach. Target. That's a good play.
And the bullseye.
And the bullseye.
Target and Hobby Lobby.
Why is Target your favorite place, Coach?
Just feel like you can get so much there.
I know
can
it
shop
is.
for my clothes there.
Yep.
You can get stores, groceries.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I love that store.
Actually, I had a question asked from a friend. If you had a shopping spree where you have 1 hour to fill up 3 shopping carts about the front of the cart, you could go up by a few inches over the top, and then you could fill the bottoms. What would you be able to get in those 3 shopping carts? I'll let you answer.
From
that.
Target?
Yeah, from Target.
All kinds of things, I believe. I would probably. Okay, so a little about me. I like to shop and I like clothes.
Okay.
So I would probably spend a lot of time in that section.
Okay.
But I could fill up a nice sized cart.
All right, I'm going to ask you this question, girls. Audrey, if you had one shopping cart that you could fill up at Target, what would be in it?
Probably clothes or shoes.
Clothes or shoes?
Yeah.
What about you, Cameron?
Mine would be home decor or any like arts and crafts stuff.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So you both are tied at 1. Question number 2. Coach, out of these 3, your favorite fast food place to go to? Wendy's, Arby's, or Taco Bell? Girls, turn them over. TB. It is TB.
I was just guessing on that one.
Too well.
I mean, you can't turn down a $2 burrito, like, you know. No. And especially, Baja Blast. Like, that thing's like crack. Don't do
Not-
crack, kids. You know.
Nacho fries.
The nacho fries are, there's the kids would say fire. But anyway. Question 3. Out of these 3 places, Coach, your favorite vacation spot? Disney World, Universal Studios, or just keeping it local, Cedar Point? I know some people just like the roller coasters more than those themed rides, so got to keep Cedar Point in there. Is Coach a Harry Potter fan, or is he a Mickey Mouse fan, or is he just like roller coasters? That's the question. Girls, if you're ready, turn them over. Cedar Point, that's it. I mean, why wouldn't you like the roller coaster
I'm the roller
capital of the
coaster
world?
guy.
I was gonna say, I
love
feel
it.
like you're
It's
not
close.
a Disney guy.
I like Disney movies.
Yeah, but going to Disney?
A lot cheaper, too,
Yeah, seriously.
especially in this economy. Question 4. Coach's favorite practice drill to run? Shooting, defense, or running? All right, girls. Defense. 4 for 4.
Heck
We
yeah.
gotta get harder questions.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
this one might break it because coach's ideal city trip out of these 3 cities. And I'll say this, all 3 cities are at a nice, comfortable 73 degrees.
That's important.
Miami, New York City, or Chicago. Not talking right now because you'd probably pick Miami because it's like 60 degrees right now and everything else is minus. But 73 degrees at all 3 cities. Which city would you pick? Miami, New York, or Chicago? Girls, hold on.
I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, that's why I saved the best for last. Girls, turn them over. New York City, that's right.
Dang.
Wow.
So now,
Wow.
because you all went 5 for 5, you know your coach well. There's still going to be a winner. Coach, you pick a number between 1 and 10. You write it on your board. Girls, don't look at each other's board, but write down a number that you think will match. Girls, turn her over. For Pete's sake. Coach, what was your
What'd you
number?
put?
You put 5.
Oh.
So you both said. Oh. All right, let's do this again.
That's crazy.
Weird.
A letter A to Z. No. You two turn them over. He picked it too. All right, yeah, that's it. We're done. They're right. I mean, I can't.
We just know
They
each
all
other so
3
well.
picked Jay. This is
I just picked it because of his name.
never happened before.
That's what I do.
All right, well, that's the first time ever in same page history we have a tie because they just they just know each other that well. All right, before we let you all go, as always on the OH Report, we let you do shout-outs after games. Coach, I'll let you do it as well. If we're looking at the camera, give anybody you want to shout out.
Just shout out to all my family, friends, my wife especially for putting up with all my crap during the seasons. I appreciate you. Love you.
All right, Audrey, you want to look at the camera? Go for it.
Shout out to my team and my family and Max and Zayla. Their birthdays are today. My cousins.
Happy birthday. All right, Cameron.
My parents for always being there and supporting me over the years.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Best of luck the rest of the season. And, yeah, let's just get better, get some wins, and start building that Galion Tiger program back to, competitiveness. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. When we come back, the boys' turn right here on the Coach's Corner.
Hey, Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. Nobody outpizzas the Hut like they do in Bucyrus and Galion. It's time now to introduce the boys basketball team from Galion High School. And first off, head coach Tyler Sanders. Coach, how you doing tonight? I know it's cold, but how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you, Travis.
Good to see you, sir. Practice today, how'd it go?
It was a different practice for sure.
Yeah.
Practiced a little bit later. Did a lot more discussion than normal, but it was good. It was good.
And now the two players you brought with you. First, sophomore Dom Capretta. Dom, how was practice in your eyes today?
Interesting, I'd say.
Interesting, you'd say. Okay, we'll just keep it at that right there. Dom, though, sophomore, 9.2 points per game. Just, I guess, from last year and this year, how fast did like the high school game come to you that you're able to manage it and be the leading scorer on the team so far?
Well, last year, Cooper and Elijah helped just slow things down and walk me through things while I was out there. So having them out there kind of just helped me adjust to the speed from going to 8th grade basketball to varsity.
And the other player on the squad here today, senior Quinn Miller. How are you doing today, Quinn, and your thoughts on practice today?
I'm doing pretty good. It was, like everyone else said, interesting practice, but I think overall a very productive practice that was much needed.
Coach, looking at the record, really you don't actually have to look at the record for you guys. I know it's 2-11, but 5 of those losses you guys had are by 2 possessions or less. Just in that first half of the season, we'll get to the last couple of games here in a bit, but the first half of the season, what did you like from your team that you thought, hey, just this happens here, this happens there, we have a much more competitive record?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we score the ball early in the season the way we've scored it the last couple games, a lot of those games are different. I mean, I knew coming into this season we graduated close to 50 points a game, and I knew that scoring was going to be a struggle. To the kids' credit, they've done a good job on the defensive end and rebounding, which I thought might be more of an issue this year. But kids overall have done a pretty good job in those 2 areas. But took us a while to get the offense going, and now we got the offense going, and the defense is struggling. So that's how it goes. But kids are still coming to practice every day, still working hard. And we had practice 4 to 6 today, and we had 20 kids show up 45 minutes early to shoot. So, the kids, they're still working hard, and they're still grinding. And I think that's all you can ask from a coach.
Yeah, Quinn, you guys are 13 games in. You play a 22-game season. You get at least one more game after that. But just what does that mean, especially as a senior, one of the leaders out there, that you had so many guys come in 45 minutes early to shoot, and then you had what you guys said was an interesting practice, but maybe a practice that you guys needed to maybe righten the ship the last half of the year?
It was definitely a good thing to see all those young guys come in and see how dedicated they are to hopefully turning the season around the way it should be played out. But it was just a very positive uphill compared to the beginning of the year.
And being one of the younger players, Dom, just not only for the last part of the season, what you guys can do to turn things around, but then looking forward to what would be your junior and what your senior year would be. What does the second half of this season mean to you younger players, just to get on the right foot and to get things going, not only for the last part of this year, but for the next couple?
Yeah, so I think that if we can start stringing off wins now, and that could lead to future success. And I mean, we want to start winning games so that we can finish out our senior players' years on a strong note. But we really are trying to focus on developing and being prepared for these next couple years.
Coach, now let's talk about the last couple of games. 2 teams, Shelby, they were in the Final Four last year. Northmore, they're 9-3 right now. They have a chance of getting back to a district as well. But you guys, for the first time this year, the first time this year, over 60 points back-to-back games, 70-66 to Shelby, 73-63 in a Northmore game. That was a lot closer. You guys shooting the ball real well, but just what is that? What have you seen from that? Hey, this offense is finally getting it going, and we changed a couple things on defense. We could be a very good team.
Yeah, I mean, start the season. I mean, for the first half of the season, we were one of the top teams as far as points per game in the league, not giving up, and we were doing a good job on that end and stuff. But like I said, offense was such a struggle, and now we find ourselves scoring. and we just haven't got to. But we've spent a lot more time in practice on the offensive end trying to get things going and stuff. So now we just got to find that balance and kind of get back to, our core values, which is just doing a good job of keeping guys out of the paint and contesting shots and limiting teams to one shot. And I think when we get those, we are heading into a stretch of our schedule here where we have some teams that are kind of in the same ballpark as far as young teams are inexperienced and searching for some more wins and stuff. So I think it's a good opportunity, and we got a bunch of home games coming up. We've played so many games on the road this year. It feels like every game's a road game. So it'll be good for us to just be at home and try to build that momentum going into the season or the end of the season and heading into the tournament. So I definitely know, talking to the boys today, that there is no team in our district that schedule prepares them for the tournament the way that ours does. So,
Dom, you and Quinn both shooting in the high 30s from the 3-point line. You're at 39. He is shooting at 38.5, but that's a third of the points that you have coming out. Everybody else, more of the inside shooter. But just how important, I asked this to the girls, is you guys being able to get that three going. You guys had it going against Northmore on Monday. It was just they had it going as well. But how important is it to have that whole complete game offensively going that, you can get that, and then just with a little adjustment on defense, you can really win some games?
The 3-point shot really just opens up our offense. It just creates lanes for, whenever we start hitting shots, the lanes will start opening for easy baskets, layups, which is 3-pointers are just a really big part of our offense, and we pretty normally shoot at a high rate. So,
Quinn, is that what you think your strong point is shooting the perimeter shot, or what is your game?
I would say my game is mostly a 3-point shot. That's how I've really always been. I've always been kind of the kid that kind of sits in the corner and shoots the threes my entire high school career. But, as Dom said, it's a very key point to our offense if we start hitting those shots.
And as one of the seniors on the team, Coach said you have some young players as well that are up here. But other than Dom, who's leading the team in scoring, but who are some other younger players that have impressed you this year that are the future of Galion Tiger basketball?
Definitely Jamison Glue and Christian Bear. They're both key parts to our not only offense but our defensive end as well. Christian can jump extremely high. He had a few blocks against Northmore the other night. So those two are definitely key parts to our team as well.
All right, let's get into our first game. Thank you for answering those questions, folks. But let's turn things around right here and have some fun. It's called WTF, not everybody's reaction to what the weather is outside, but weird, true, and false. I'm going to give Coach 3 categories. You get to pick who chooses the first 2, and then you get the third category for yourself. 5 true and false questions will be asked to each of you. So the 3 categories, Coach: 2000s sports, 5th grade Greek mythology, and banjos. Thank you, Adam Thompson and AI, for these questions. But, Coach, what category will you give Dom? Dom will start things off.
2000 sports.
Oh, you're going to give him the easy one. Okay.
Yeah.
2000 sports, even though he was an infant during those times. But
So he just leaned over to me and asked what a banjo was. So I don't think you should give him that one.
I will refrain from commenting there. But it's like I'll say it's a West
One
Virginia
of our plays
guitar.
is called banjo.
Yeah, we have a play called banjo.
You never gave me a backstory to it.
Yeah, it's a West Virginia guitar. We'll say that since I'm from West Virginia, All right, first question. True or false? Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals at the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
True.
That is true. He won gold in the 100-meter butterfly, the 200-meter butterfly, the 200-meter individual medley, the 400 medley, 4x1, 4x2, and 4x1 medley relay, breaking Mark Spitz's record of 7 gold medals. Thank you for all that information, Adam Thompson. So much that I almost forgot to read it all. All right, you're 1 for 1. Question number 2 for you. The New England Patriots had a perfect season in 2007. True or false?
False.
That is false. The New York Giants knocked them off in the Super Bowl. Thank you, David Tyree, for the helmet catch. You saved a lot of non-Patriots fans the horror of watching them win another Super Bowl. 2 for 2. Good job. Question number 3. Serena Williams won her first Grand Slam title in the 2000s. True or false?
True.
It's false. Her first one was in 1999, the U.S. Open. She did win Grand Slams
Wasn't
in the
inside
2000s.
so that category, It's all right.
She defeated Martina Hingis in the final, but it was before 2000, so that's what we got you on. 2 for 3, though. Not a bad start. Question number 4. The 2004 Olympics were held in Athens, Greece. True or false?
I think that's true.
That is true. Athens, the birthplace of the ancient Olympic Games, did host the 2004 Summer Olympics. It was a symbolic return of the Games to their roots, and it pretty much bankrupted the Greece government like it does, like the Olympics do for most countries that aren't the U.S. or Canada. So, little tidbit for you. 3 out of 4 for you so far. Final question for you before we have Coach give Quinn his subject. Usain Bolt broke the 100-meter world record for the first time in 2009. True or false?
True.
That is true. Set a world record of 9.58 seconds at the World Championships in Berlin in 2009. While he did set a world record of 9.58 in the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, this was not the first time he broke the 100-meter record. He broke it first in the 2008 Olympics with a 9.69. Then he surpassed it. So 4 out of 5. Well done, Dom.
Good job, Dom.
Thanks.
Off to a good start. I think we had 12 last week by Colonel Crawford. So that's the number you guys as a whole have to meet. Coach, for Quinn, 5th grade Greek mythology or banjos?
Greek mythology.
You're going to take the banjo questions.
take
I
the
got
banjos.
respect for that, Coach. All right. 5th grade Greek mythology. Zeus was the youngest of the Olympian gods. True or false?
Say true on that.
That is. He was the youngest child of the Titans Cronus and Ray. I'm not going to read all of that,
Yeah.
but yeah. So he was.
Yeah. Good job, Quinn.
You guys 5 for 6 so far. Question 2. The Trojan horse was a gift from the Greeks to the Trojans. True or false?
False.
That is true.
It's true. I thought it was.
After a 10-year siege of Troy, the Greeks pretended to sail away, leaving behind a large wooden ship or horse as a supposed peace offering, but they were hidden inside. Once it got brought in
Yeah.
inside
thought it
the
was for
walls,
different
they broke
people.
out
Yeah.
in the middle of the night and attacked.
I thought it was someone else I did.
That's why they call it, the Trojan horse play. 1 for 2 for you. Not bad. Question 3. Athena was the goddess of war and wisdom. True or false?
False.
True.
That's true too.
Athena was the goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, crafts, and skill. She is often depicted with owls, which symbolize wisdom, and is associated with the olive tree, a symbol of peace and prosperity. Unlike Ares, the god of war, who represented violence and bloodshed, Athena represented strategic thinking and intelligent violence, intelligent warfare.
Mr. Younger taught us this.
Shout out, Mr. Younger. 1 for 3 so far. 2 more, though. Question number 4 for you. Hercules completed 10 labors to earn his place among the gods. True or false?
I'll say that one's false.
That is false. Driven mad by Hera, Hercules killed his own family. To atone for his sin, he was tasked with completing 10 labors for the king. However, the king refused to recognize 2 of them. So Hercules had to complete 2 more, bringing the total to 12. Didn't know now? Now you do. Last question for you. Medusa was the only Gorgon who could turn people into stone. True or false?
Say true.
That is true. Medusa was one of the 3 Gorgon sisters, but unlike her immortal sisters, she was mortal. She was once a beautiful woman, but was cursed by Athena, transferring her into a monstrous creature with snakes for hair, and if you looked at her, she turned to the stone. So 3 out of 5. You're at 8. If Coach can go 4 or 5 or 5 of 5, you'll be tied or win.
5 on banjos. Let's see this.
I was studying earlier.
So, Coach Sanders, you and banjos. Here we go. The banjo originated in Africa. True or false?
True.
That is true. The banjo has roots in several West African instruments, such as the Ikonging, Ngoni, and Xylem. Yeah.
No, you don't have to read it.
Well, you told me to read them. That's why you had them. Thank you, Adam Thompson, for the information. The standard banjo has 5 strings. True or false?
True.
That is true. It does have 5 strings. Some banjos have 4, some have 6, but the 5-string banjo is the main one. Number 3, the banjo is primarily used in classical music.
False.
That is. While rare, the banjo is typically used in folk, bluegrass, and country music. 3 for 3. You get one of the next 2. You tie Crawford. You beat both of them. You guys will be in the lead. So important that the guys in the peanut gallery are on the edge of their seats right now. Number 4. Banjo strings are made of horsehair. True or false?
What do you think, boys? True.
It's false. Modern banjo strings are typically made of metal or nylon, not horsehair. So you can go for the tie.
I just thought it was so absurd it had to be.
Horses were in Africa.
Now, I think you'll get this one, though. Steve Martin, the actor, is a famous banjo player. True or false?
True.
It is true. The actor and comedian is also a renowned banjo player and has won awards for his music. 11 right. You tie Colonel Crawford for the lead in WTF this season. Congratulations. And that does it for WTF. Let's get back to some questions. And like I asked Coach earlier on the girls' side, for you, Coach, 7 divisions now. You guys are in a district with Edison, Fostoria, Genoa, Huron, Liberty Benton, Oak Harbor, Willard, and Julian Washington in the Margaretta Polar Bears. Your thoughts on expanding? Too many? Just enough? Like the old way? Like the new way? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I personally am not a fan at all. I don't know. I just think it really waters down. I know people disagree, but I just think it kind of waters down the whole tournament and tournament run. Now, too, we're also traveling so far. I mean, like, Districts has played at Napoleon, which is, like, insane.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense why we're playing teams, you know. It makes sense why we are, because they're down to 7 divisions, but we're constantly losing what makes high school sports great, which is those local rivalries and stuff. And I think that there'd be a lot more excitement to go see, you know, say Shelby and Lex, Shelby and Galion in a, you know, sectional or district than to see, you know, Galion and Genoa, you know, who probably never faced each other, you know. So, I don't know, it just kind of waters it down. I was pretty disappointed by it, but it is what it is. So,
Yeah, it's most of the people that I've asked have said that they would have liked the old way because there's just so more teams, and you get to keep those Northwest teams that you know right in there instead of traveling to Lakota for a district, as it shows right here, to play like
Lakota,
teams that you have not seen. Yeah, the other district, Northwest 1, is at Napoleon.
Yeah.
So not as far of a drive, but still you got to go.
It's just,
you still got to go west instead of playing like at a Bucyrus or somewhere like that. Dom, just like on the girls' side, the MOAC, it's a tough conference, and you're getting teams best shots night in and night out from top to bottom. Just how important is it to be in this conference just to get you guys ready to play maybe some of these other teams in the tournament, and just to get you guys ready, you know, for the future?
I think that the MOAC is probably the toughest conference around here. I mean, every team just has a guy that they can go to and he'll produce. But getting exposure to all these really good players is going to help us by like narrowing down on one key player when we're older, so that we don't get like upset by anybody. But it all comes down to if we're going to put in the work. So,
yeah. Quinn, what do you like about playing in the MOAC?
I love the competition that we get. Like, as Dom said, very, very competitive conference. But I'm a person that loves competitive games. So I think most of the teams, as of right now, can pretty much beat whoever. So it's a pretty evenly played conference.
Yeah. what excites you about this team? I know we talked about the offense turning around. Just need a couple adjustments on defense, like at the beginning of the season, to be really good. But what really excites you about the squad that you have right now?
The thing that excites me the most is that when we are on, we are on.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can, if we're not missing, we are a very, very good basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on our team can shoot the ball, but it just depends on who is specifically on that night.
What about for you, Dom?
I like that we all try to we get along. I mean, on the court, sometimes people will get really bad. But, I mean, I like that we all normally get along outside of practice.
That's good. I mean, you get that with any team. Somebody gets a little agitated with each other, but the thing is that you're able to resolve that and keep it on the court and not keep it outside, which is a big thing. Coach, what about you? We did talk about, like I said, the offense and defense this year, but what excites you about the team, not only for this last 13, 14, 15 games of this year, but into the future?
I think the one thing that is kind of unknown with us is just how good that I think that we can be. We've started to see, like I said, the last couple games, offense, what we're capable of. We've yet to put a good offense and defensive game together.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I mean, the important thing is getting our guys playing their best basketball as we head into the tournament, because that's what matters. And we definitely do. I mean, last year we probably shot a little bit better percentage from three, but this year we have a lot more guys that can shoot it. And I know the one thing I do know is we have not shot the ball the way that we're capable of. I think the other night we hit like 12 threes against Northmore. I still think that's a drop in the bucket compared to what we're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know when that night comes, it's going to be special. So, like I said, I'm just happy these guys continue to persevere and push through and continue to grind every day at practice.
Nice. And speaking of practice, Dom, like I finished with the girls.
Oh, jeez.
What's your favorite drill to run in practice?
I like when we go 5-on-5 to a certain score.
You just like,
That was my answer.
yeah, balling it up, right?
Brings out competitiveness.
Yeah. Okay, since it's the same as yours, Quinn, what's your least favorite drill in practice?
Personally, we have a drill called 6-on-4, which is a very, very intense defensive drill that we do.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah, you got to go up and
it gets tiring most of the time.
But that's the best thing. If it
It
gets
is.
tiring, it gets you better. It
Yep.
gets you better. Coach, what's your favorite drill to get out there? Like I said earlier, it's those drills that they hate are actually the ones that benefit them the most, though.
Figure eight.
Coach Hart wants me to say heart drill. Sorry, Coach. We have a drill. We haven't done it as much this year. We have this year it's just different than last year.
Yeah.
But this year we have such I think, discrepancy between our young kids and our older kids and where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a drill called Popovich, named after
Greg.
Coach Popovich.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is no fouls, defense scores and stays. So basically, if you get a stop, you get a point. And you play to 7. So the kids pick their own teams, and it gets physical. But I try to remind the kids that when you go to the rim in a regular game, that foul will be called. So
Most of the time.
Yeah,
Most of the time. But also it gets them
Most
to
of the
where
time.
if it's not called, they don't
Yes.
react to
Yeah.
it because they've already played
So
it.
that drill in particular, like I said, we haven't done it much this year, but the kids seem to like it too. So, but we probably should do that a little bit more here to end the season. But they seem to like it. And it's a good drill. It kind of pushes all the buttons.
Nice. We're going to get to Boomers and Zoomers here in a second. It's from the year 2019. And Dom said, I was only like 10 years old back then, which makes me feel really old and makes the coach feel old. But when, Dom, was the first time that you really started to like basketball? When did you start getting into playing basketball? So not so long ago, because I guess you're so young now.
5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
Probably. That's when I started playing travel basketball.
And what did you like about it that you're like, this is the sport I want to play?
Well, at first I liked it because it kept me in shape.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I just think it's like fun because you get to be around with everybody. You get to share the ball and put the ball in the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You say it kept you in shape. What's your main sport then? Is it basketball, or do you have another sport that you play?
It's an in-season. I mean, I play football.
You're
but
football, yeah.
I think it's an in-season thing. Like during basketball, I like basketball. During football, I like football.
Nice. I like that. Quinn, what about you? When did you start really playing basketball and appreciating it?
I've been playing for a while now. I was playing back on my YMCA team back when I was probably 6 years old. I've been playing for a while now, and now this is the only sport I play, so this is the only one that stuck with me.
Yeah. And Coach, I'm going to ask you as well because, I mean, you had stopped head coach, assistant coaching at Mansfield Christian. You were at Crestline as well. You're here at Galion. But when did you start playing basketball? When did you really think, man, this is a good sport that I like and I can get into it?
Yeah, I played soccer all my life growing up, like travel teams, and basketball was never kind of on the mind until probably junior high. 7th grade was when I started, and then freshman year is when I gave up soccer and just kind of played high school golf and then focused my majority of the time on basketball. So, yeah, I'd say freshman year, though, is when I probably fell in love with it. So.
And look at you. Now you're a head coach.
Yep.
Galion High School. All right. Final game of the night. Before we get to shout-outs, let's play this Boomers versus Zoomers. Pop culture questions from the year of my choosing, which is 2019. So we also this year have lifelines. If you've ever seen the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you got 3 lifelines. You get to ask the audience all that stuff. But the 3 lifelines are, and I'm going to give you guys a little bonus too. You can ask me for help once. You can ask Coach for help once. And you can ask the Peanut Gallery for help once. However, Coach, explain what 2 other players from the Galion Tigers do you have with you tonight?
We have senior Jack Reinhardt and senior Max Alberts.
So, since you guys are here as well and you weren't here for the interviews, they're going to participate with you in every question, but it's only a thumbs up and thumbs down if they agree with you. You will get 1 extra lifeline where they can answer once as well. So you get 4 lifelines, the Peanut Gallery that they're involved in, Coach, me, but then you guys can ask for their opinion once. But throughout, they can be, if they agree with you, the thumbs up or thumbs down. And so a little help that way because I know they wanted to be on the show tonight, so we're going to get them on the show this way. All right, we ready? Question 1, Boomers versus Zoomers 2019 edition. This blows my mind that this happened, but a picture of this object 4 days into the 2019 year became the most liked picture in social media history. A picture of this object. You guys can discuss in, you know.
I'll say an egg.
You're correct. It has, to this day, 55 million likes. I had to look this up. So somebody put a picture of a brown egg on Instagram, and it was labeled Egg World Record because they were trying to beat Kylie Jenner's 15 million likes on one picture. And apparently people don't like Kylie Jenner, so they all like this one, and it now holds the record for not even the most likes on Instagram, but the most likes ever on social media. And it's still going to this day at 55. It is literally a picture of a brown egg standing up with a white background. That's it. And it has the most. Kids
How
these
did you
days.
know that?
I see some
Because
good
he
stuff.
probably
Instagram, like we had MySpace, they have Instagram,
Zanga,
Zanga, yeah, things like that. All right, you're 1 for 1. Good start. Question number 2. This pop artist had hit songs from her album Thank You Next play throughout the year. Every time one was released, it was a top 10 hit. Who was the artist? You guys discuss. They can go up and down unless you want to ask them.
You want me to say it? Or you
We want to ask them.
Ariana Grande.
You are right. It is Ariana Grande. Not only the album, but the song Thank You Next also was one of the hits. I saw the girls back there dancing around, too, so they knew it. You knew it, right? Yeah, they knew it. Coach knew it. He was dancing, too.
I had no idea.
All right, question number 3. This rapper collabed with Billy Ray Cyrus to create the hit Old Town Road. Who was the rapper?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. I will give you guys a bonus point if you can sing 1 verse from the song, one of you 2.
You're the one that wanted to sing Alicia Keys earlier.
I didn't know that.
You want to come in and sing? I'll give you a bonus point. You just got to bend. Just get in between them. And go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna Ride till I can't no more.
Boom. There you go. Bonus points. Because of that, he's still going. He's still going. Because you did that, got the bonus point. If you get the rest right, you will have 11 points and be the leader in the clubhouse.
Let's go.
So, well done. Well done. I love that. Yeah, made up for the girls that would not sing their verse of their song earlier because they didn't know what it was. But nice answer there.
He did a good job, too.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was in tone, everything. The boys went on. Everybody's dancing, Lights were up on their cell phones and everything. We're good. All right, question number 4. You guys are at 4 points. Part 2 of this finale to the Avengers Infinity Saga was released in 2019. Now, Part 1 was Infinity War. What was Part 2 called? Avengers...
Endgame.
Boom. Got it. 5 points through 4 questions. Question number 5. This PBS children's show featuring Big Bird and Elmo celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2019. What is the name of the show?
Sesame Street.
Coach said it, and you got it. So you're using your lifeline with him saying it, but that is correct. It was Sesame Street.
Watch it.
He does not. No, he doesn't.
No. But also was on the same network as my favorite, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Question number 6. You guys have 6 points so far. This hit series on HBO featuring dragons aired its series finale in 2019. What is the name of the show? Now, Coach is out, so he can't say anything anymore. But you got the Peanut Gallery, you got your boys, you got me to help out as well.
Can they phone the audience or the Peanut Gallery?
They can ask the teammates. They can ask the Peanut Gallery as a whole, or me. So.
Well, that's the Peanut Gallery over there. The Game of Thrones.
That is the Game of Thrones.
Never watched it.
And we'll take the Peanut Gallery. You can still ask your 2 buddies as well, and me. So 7 points through 6 questions. Well done. Question 7. The second top grossing movie of the year, behind Endgame, was a photorealistically animated remake of this 1994 Disney hit featuring one of the characters named Simba. What is the name of the animated remake?
50 bonus points. If you sing that every song.
Well, I was just saying that was gonna be my hint. That was gonna be my hit.
Say The Lion King.
Yep. It is The Lion King. So what a photorealistically animated remake is, it's just the digitally enhanced, so it looks like they're actual real animals, but it's not. That's what it is. But then now they're doing a live action remake as well, because I guess you can't get enough of The Lion King apparently. But that's what it is. Question number 8. You guys have 8 points, so you can still afford to miss one, and you'd still be tied for the lead. The worst Super Bowl in history was played this year, with the Patriots defeating this team 13-3. Who's the team that the Patriots defeated in what I think was one of the worst Super Bowls ever?
The Rams.
It was the Rams. Jared Goff was terrible in that game, just like he was this past weekend against the Washington Commanders. Shout out Detroit. Anyway, 9 points out of 8, so you get one of the next 2. You at least tie 4 other teams. Northmore, Crawford, the Galion Wrestlers, and then one individual from Buckeye Central who took over earlier this year. He answered it was bizarre and the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but he got them all right. Question number 9. This team won the NCAA title 1 year after being the first ever 1 seed to lose to 16th seeded UMBC, who had the Redemption Championship in 2019.
You got all the football questions. You're the football player.
This is basketball, though. This is the NCAA basketball tournament.
Virginia.
It is the Virginia Cavaliers, the best redemption story ever. They get knocked off by the 16th seed, and then they end up winning. So congratulations, you've at least tied for the lead with many others. But you get one more question to try and get 11. And this pertains to the Galion Tigers. The 2018-2019 Galion Tigers boys basketball team finished the regular season, 22 games, with this record. How many wins? You have to be within 3 on either side. What was their record for the win? And also, you still got the boys, and you still got me.
You say they have to be within 3 wins and 3 losses?
Just 3 wins. Because
okay.
of the loss, it's 22 games, so
Well,
It wa-
phone you.
It was single digits.
Single digits?
Can we phone them?
You can ask them as well.
Let's go 8 wins.
You nailed it right on the head. 8-14. Congratulations.
that too. I wanted
The
to tell you
Galion Tigers boys basketball team are your new leaders for
Cowboys.
Boomers versus Zoomers
Good job.
for the winter season here of 24-25. 11 right. And you got to thank your teammates as well for getting you that bonus point. Congratulations, boys. That was good. Well done. I guess I got to start giving questions more towards them instead of us Boomers questions where they don't know anything like that, what a slinky is or things like that. But congratulations, gentlemen. You know what slinky is?
Yeah, I know what Slinky
Yeah?
is. Yeah.
Well, there we go. You're smarter than some of the other people I've talked to. Shout out time before we let you guys go. I know it's cold out there. It's past 8 o'clock now. So, Coach, if you want to give some shout outs, go for it.
Hudson and Madison, your dad loves you. Jana, love you. Thanks for putting up with all my craziness and allowing me to coach. You just shout out all my other players that continue to work hard every day and come to the gym ready to grind.
Perfect. Dom, shout outs, go for it.
I want to shout out my family and my teammates, and also my mom because she gives me food.
So that's a
Feeds
good thing.
me.
Yes.
Same with my dad.
Food is good.
Give me a place to sleep.
There you go. Yeah, just wait. Once you get out of college, then it gets a little bit harder. But right now, enjoy it. Enjoy the family. Quinn, take us out.
Just shout out parents, the team, my fellow peanut gallery friends over there for helping us. carry
Great
it
voice.
Yeah,
Great voice.
Beautiful. Angelic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's mixed between Fergie and Jesus. I appreciate it. People actually knowing that reference other than Coach, too. Both girls and boys teams, I appreciate you guys for coming in. Throw the records out. It's a new season now. Get better. Get yourselves ready for the tournament. Turn some heads. Get some upsets. Get yourselves ready for the next season. Maybe make a run this year. You never know. I mean, look at North Carolina State back in the 80s with Jim Valvano, what they were able to do. You never know. That's why you play the game. But I do want to thank the Galion boys and girls basketball teams for being here tonight on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. In about 53 minutes, right here on the OH Report Facebook and YouTube pages, it'll be the newest episode of The Joe Show as we get ready to preview a big game in the MOAC on the girls' side as Shelby goes to Clear Fork, a game you'll see live and free on Saturday night on the OH Report from Clear Fork. So we'll preview that, have a lot more coming up on The Joe Show here in about 53 minutes. So we're going to get out of here so we can go watch it. This has been another episode of the Coach's Corner. We'll see you next week.